Hello. Just wanted to share a little bit about this week's vlog. You can click on the link in the header of this video and find it there. I titled it Living on the Edge of Uncertainty, and the image that I chose for this week is that of a roller coaster. Not sure if any of you guys can relate to that, but I just feel a lot of ups and downs and just that uncertainty of not quite knowing what's coming next. And this living on the edge of uncertainty leaves us in a constant state of fight, flight, or freeze. And this is kind of that anxiety response, that response that our body just naturally has toward danger. And so we are kind of living constantly in this state. And while that might be part of our lives here and there, unless you suffer with pretty intense anxiety, our bodies are not used to constantly living in this state. So first of all is to kind of check in and ask yourself, how do I deal with stress? Do I fight, flight, or freeze? So fight might look like a more intense response. You might be overly productive, kind of that workaholic, or getting things done, checking things off the list, taking in all of the information that you can to do the best that you can. Flight might mean that you just avoid it, that you run from it, that you do other things to ignore it. And that freeze response might just be that paralyzed or that numb response. So the first thing might be to just check in how you respond. But living in that constant state of anxiety, and you may not even use that word to describe it, but think about whether you fight, flight, or freeze. And I bet that we're all responding in one of those ways. And really that's kind of that anxiety response. So now more than ever, we just really need to check in with ourselves. But the result of that is that we can find ourselves really tired, physically tired, emotionally tired, mentally tired. I know for myself, I was finding myself really tired in the last few weeks. And it wasn't until a week or so ago that I really was able to kind of pinpoint that this is the result of living in that constant state of uncertainty and that constant state of the unknown. And really this kind of links back to what I talked about last week with self-compassion. So if you haven't read the blog from last week, that might be helpful for you when you are trying to figure out how you're going to be responding to this. Now that we know that this is kind of how we're living, how then are we going to respond to it? So I hope you guys are doing well. Reach out if you need some help or you need a connection to someone that can help you. And lean on others at this time. Share your thoughts and your feelings and your emotions, because I bet someone in your world is also feeling the same way. So take care of yourself, and you can check out that blog in the link in the header.